I'm Lauren Klementz-Harte from Moore Park, California. This is a double-sided quilt, hand appliqued and hand quilted. My primary focus lately has been on trying to create more dynamic composition and what kind of design elements would draw the viewer in and be more interesting. The other side actually was created first. The cream color and the blue, with the goal of just creating a composition that's kind of wide open. So I've set myself a challenge to use up old scraps from other projects, and so the cream and the gold were from other projects. And on the back, I was trying to balance open spaces with interesting figures. And on the front, I wanted to go kind of opposite. So the figures on the back are the light color against the dark, and here I had the gold, and I wanted to go with something light for the background and experiment with playing with large shapes and thin spaces to kind of give interesting areas to look at. And when they were both finished, I started thinking about when I go to a guild meeting and I show my work, people always want to see the back of it and what it looks like from the back because it's all hand done. And I thought I really would like to just capitalize on that, back part of it. So I thought, well, I'll put these two together. And one came out looking very horizontal and one is very vertical. And so I thought, well, if I overlay them, do the outline of each of the contours on the front and the back, then I would come up with new shapes. And so that's where I've started experimenting with different ways to treat those shapes. The back one, it looks sculptural to me. Like if you were walking down a road at night and in the distance you saw a street light shining on something, it would be illuminated, but outside of that cone of light, everything would fall into the darkness. And this one just feels like warm colors at the height of the day, and how it kind of just blurs everything sometimes when it's just so warm and bright. But it wasn't until I was writing the artist statement that I thought, at nighttime that there's something around you, but you only see that illuminated spot. And in the daytime, we just go through our lives and we don't see details either. And to me now, this quilting on it speaks to all those details that either we don't see because it's dark or we're too busy to see in the daytime. So it's kind of a statement piece for me now. Usually when you are displaying a quilt on a wall, you have a hanging sleeve on the back of it, but I really don't want it to have a front and a back. I want to be able to see everything from both sides. So I incorporated the hanging sleeve into the binding, and it continued the design up into the hanging sleeve. So it's just continuous and it's just one big piece.
Which side did you hand quilt?
I alternated back and forth. What I ended up doing was outlining the silhouettes on both sides. I use a hoop. I would just flip the hoop when I finished on one side. I'd just flip it while I was still in that spot and then move the hoop. It all goes through both sides.
Okay.
So if you look at here and you can see this, and then it makes sense why is that color from that side. And so I really would like, because the message is that this is about things that we don't see either deliberately or unconsciously, we're not observing. I'm so pleased that people are going up and looking at it really close, because it's like, yes, that's what I want you to do. It doesn't take time to really go in and look.